what you think. I don't know you, you don't know me. Still got my soul, still make this breathe. These niggas change, but I stay me. They try to take my life from me. The king will come collect his fee. I do the most, y'all do the least. We don't eat scraps, we don't. Can't be feasting all these niggas. I stay beasting all these niggas. I'm releasing all these niggas. I can't be peaceful with these niggas. I'm like a diesel when I fucking gas up. Running my route, better pass up. Running from God with a pastor. Chewing on the game like a pasture. I ain't never looking for a handout. You can put your motherfucking hands down. K's like a goddamn drum line. But it's like my band, my son. KD erupted Vesuvius. These demons, they on the loose. Hey, y'all wanna win, put booby and always remember to tie in my boots. Hey, I don't give a fuck what you think. I don't know you, you don't know me. Still got my soul, still make this breathe. These niggas change, but I stay me. I'm tired of watching these puppets and calling them artists. I'm falling too far, I just took what I had and I did what I could. Now I'm taking the love of creator, replacing the charge. And I'm tired of stopping these people from fucking me over. I'm putting up walls and protecting my mind and protecting my time. Now I'm taking the money, creating sustainable art. Y'all on the same train, y'all ride the same way. Same shit, new name, same shit, new day. Dumb niggas too paid, capping like a toupee. Gotta ride a new wave, gotta find a new way. I don't give a fuck what you think. I don't know you, you don't know me. Still got my soul, still make this breathe. These niggas change, but I stay me. They try to take my life from me. The king will come collect his fee. I do the most, y'all do the least. We don't eat scraps, we only feast.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
You have the right to remain fat.
Gonna stop you right there.
Take up space with your body.
Go to the fucking gym.
To move my body when it wants to move and to not move when it doesn't want to move.
What the fuck are you talking about? Shut the fuck up and take care of yourself. This is brutal.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
It's Swole normal.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing. Testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode 25 hundo of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and yo-hos? It's your boy, Papa Swole, yo, back with another episode. Today's episode, the Beastcast, is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2, flexing on all you
Fucking Catalina wine mixer.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
All right, fam, welcome to the show. As you might have noticed, it's episode 25 hundo, so round of applause for the Swole fam, everyone. 2,500 episodes live in a row. Consistency is key. Welcome. All right, so another announcement, the big announcement, because episode's 25 hundo, that means that today is the launch of P3S6. So some more applause. Drop in the comments down below how many of you picked up P3S6 already. P3S6. It's available until midnight tonight. You can go over to swolenormousx.com/signature. 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 And it's only for today. So there's a post that I did on the podcast RSS feed. So you can, it's a little audio snippet. So the link is there as well, but swolenormousx.com/signature. And you'll see the countdown timer. It's available till midnight tonight. So very stoked. If you picked up yours already, you could drop it in the comments down below. But it's over there at swolenormousx.com/signature for another 12 or 13 hours. How many of you have all 6? That's fucking epic. Yeah. Loretta, 6 for 6. 6 for 6. Undefeated. Undefeated. I think Cerny has all 6. I think a couple of you have all 6. If you do, drop that in the comments. But this one's going to be extra special. You guys are going to love this one. You're going to love this one. You love all of them. They're all awesome. But this one is going to be extra special. And you'll just have to wait and see. Surprise, surprise. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming soon. All right, drop in the comments. What are you smashing today? What did you smash? We got a great show, so let's jump right into it. Let's summon the Falcon and get today's party started. Happy Swole Slut Saturday, but it's even better than Swole Slut Saturday. It's Signature Series Saturday, but it's Signature Series Slut action. Who's a Signature Series slut? Some of you out there. Some of you, I see in the comments right now. Let's fucking go. All right. Signature Series sluts. You could drop triple S. You could drop triple S. You could also drop P3S6. It's all going to count. So if you drop hashtag P3S6, it's going to count. You'll win today's Signature Series slut card. And even if you don't have any of the Signature Series, you're still a Signature Series slut if you win the Signature Series slut card. It's just the episode 25 hundo. Another hundo in the books. But of course, like I always say, it's a fun little visual landmark, but at the same time, it's just another day, and 25 hundo wouldn't be here if we didn't do episode 1149, or if we didn't do episode 2263. So it's only a step more, right? It's just another step. It's another rung on the ladder. It's just another brick in the wall, another layer of paint. Just be consistent, focus on the 7 pillars, and this is just like your workouts. If you are consistent every day and you're putting in the effort every single day, you will stack. You'll stack those wins. You'll stack those executions in a sense, and you will give yourself more opportunities to be successful. So that being said, drop the hashtag triple S in the comments down below, and let's get into today's tip. It's going to be a beast of a fucking show. Babe, just an inch, just an inch. It's cold outside. Jack Taylor, do you have to be a member to buy the P3S6? No, sir, you do not. You can go to swolenormousx.com/signature and you can check it out for yourself. So go and take a look. You do not have to be a member. You do not have to be a member to jump on the Signature Series, but you should be a member. Why not? Why not? Why wouldn't you be both? But of course, you can choose. You could choose one or the other, or you could do both. All right, TCAP, another day of chasing Lizzo levels of health. Indeed.
You can be fat and be healthy. I'm sorry, Lizzo, healthier than I will ever be.
Good luck with that. Good luck trying to achieve that pedestal. All right, let's get into the first Swole Fam post of the day from the Swole Fam. First Swole Fam post from the Swole Fam. A little redundant there. All right, first one is from Carson. Carson says, all righty fam, here are my wins for today. My 5-week-old slept through the night for the first time, which means I got 7 hours of uninterrupted sleep. Think I'm going to celebrate with some killer back and buys today. While the scale hasn't moved since I weighed this time last week, I now fit into my old extra large t-shirts for the first time in probably 2 or 3 years. I've been pushing the limits on XXL for a year, thinking I might have to push it up to a triple XL for a few shirts. But I am now down to an XL. I'm excited because I pre-ordered some band tees a few months back that will be released soon, and they are an XL. Very nice. Very nice. No need to add another X there. Triple XL. Triple XL. No need. No need. Welcome back. Welcome back. Christian, happy Friday. Feeling pumped after a great back and trap workout. I had the great privilege of teaching yoga to some of my students yesterday. It was a blast. Looking forward to some time off. Yay, spring break. The weather is beautiful here. I'm excited to soak in some sun and enjoy the longer days. Have a blessed weekend. Stay on track, stay focused, and most importantly, stay swole. Ain't that the fucking truth? Might I add that Christian is, for one, smiling, if you had any doubt, and rocking one of the greatest nip covers in the game, Guns, Bacon, and Freedom. And let me tell you, fam, we have Summer Swole coming, so we do have, obviously, all this epic. Thank you for the post, Christian. Lovely smile and looking great. Keep up the happiness and the good work. Enjoy your spring break. We have a big a big release. I mean, we have a lot of new releases for apparel and stuff like that, but we have some awesome shit coming for the summer and for 4th of July and for Summer Swole. Summer is America season. It's always America season, but it's like extra America. So it's going to be really fucking big time. It's going to be big time. It's going to be big time this year. It's going to be a big year. Big fucking year. Is that light all the way on? No, it's all on. Okay. How are we coming through? Okay. Are we good? Are we good? Are we sharp? We sharp? We're looking good? Looking good? It just looks a little dim today. Is it just me? I feel like the lights, one of them got hit or dimmed or something like that. I don't know if you could see me all right. Maybe you're like, Papa Swole, take off your fucking glasses. No, I won't. I have myosolitis. You know that. I will not be able to contain the gains if I take off the glasses. I can't do it. I can't do it. It doesn't look sharp. I don't know. Maybe it's my eyes. Maybe it's my eyes. Maybe all of a sudden I just got old from yesterday to today. All of a sudden I just can't see. Whatever. Is the sun hiding in Florida? Oh my God. It is not hiding. It's been like mid-high 80s all week. It's been hot as fucking balls. All right, we got another Swole Fam post. Good. Glad you can see my face. Here we go. Daisy. What's up, Beaches? From the Swole Fam discussion boards. Daisy writes, good morning from Arizona. How's the weather out there in Arizona? We got some peeps in Arizona. My name is Daisy. I will be 29 in just about a week. I'm a mom of a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. Becoming a mom has changed my life. I care more about my physical and mental health now more than ever because of my children. They are watching me and learning so much from me, and I want to be able to create a home where my children can flourish. I want to teach them to be healthy and strong, but most importantly, what it means to be disciplined in different areas of life. There we go. Nice. I had to get that one out. That was nice. Just getting started. This is hard for me because I have to learn and practice this myself, but that's why I'm here. I also want to be able to keep up with them. We love to hike together as a family, looking forward to the programs in Swolenormous X and to learning new things. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the fam. Yow. Yow. Welcome to the fam. All right, and we have our last post. We have one from Elizabeth. Morning all, workout complete. Now to get ready for the day. I do enjoy morning workouts, and I need to remember that when the alarm goes off, get up anyway, no matter how cozy the bed is. LOL. Preach. Preach. You got to get up and just do it. It's much easier when it's nice and sunny out or when it's warm, but when it's cold, it's like, you got to really push yourself. But welcome and good stuff, everyone. Keep on crushing those 7 pillars day in, day out. It's all about the daily execution. So let's get into some questions, some knowledge cock. If you want to join everyone that was just posting, everyone, including myself inside the Swole fam, check us out, swolenormousx.com. We have all those specials going on. By the way, today's Saturday, so the Fuck Your Resolution specials end tomorrow. So if you are thinking about joining, now's the time. Go to swolenormousx.com, click on memberships and join and get some savings from Fuck Your Resolution season. It's over. Remember I told you, hit the like button, fam. Remember I told you for the last few months that people aren't going to care about resolutions anymore. You're going to set your resolutions. You're going to be like 2023, new year, new me. And then in March, no one's going to care. How many times have you heard Happy New Year in the last week? You haven't. In the last month, you haven't. No one says Happy New Year in February. People say it for like a week or two in January, and that's it. So it's nonsense. It's a silly thing to attach your goals and your aspirations and your hard work and effort to. It's meaningless. It's just something people say so they can excuse all the bad behavior up to that point and allow it to disappear. Because if you attach it to New Year's in a couple of weeks or in a couple of months, New Year's is irrelevant. So you can let your resolution just dissolve. So it gives you an excuse just to let it go because it's not attached to anything real. So it's a bullshit excuse. Let's see. Rihanna, a question about switching over my membership from annual to monthly. Do I just email? Yeah, just email support@swolenormous.com. Email support@swolenormous.com. Anyone that has any membership questions or things, just make sure you send us an email and just supply. Because if you send an email, make sure you're emailing either from the account that you have or make sure you put in the description. You wouldn't believe how many emails we get from just people saying just random things and just assuming we have all the information. Like they're emailing from the wrong email and we don't even know their name. It's like, what do you think we're just like mind readers? So make sure you have the email with your account and any details that the Swole team would need to assist you. Logan, where'd the 7 pillars originate from? I unearthed them decades ago. They are the foundational principles, whittled down, the lowest common denominator that people need to work on. The lowest common denominator through thousands of hours and successes and failures and trying to send a message that is the most coherent, the most easily accessible, the easiest to understand, to process, and to execute on. So a lot of people are focused on things that are not important. They're focused on supplements. They're focused on a specific exercise or, how do I get this area of my biceps bigger? Shit that really isn't that challenging. They're worried about things that it's like Maslow's hierarchy of needs. They're worried about the top. They're worried about self-actualization. They're not worried about water and air and shelter. They're worried about things that are a product of those fundamentals and executing them properly and consistently. Brandon from the Telegram chat, how do you break through a plateau with muscle building and fat loss? I've dropped about 15 pounds since mid-December, and the past few weeks have been stagnant. Weight's the same, measurements the same, energy levels unchanged. Going to the gym daily, training hard, animal-based diet has been on point. Muscle building well, you're not going to build muscle and lose fat at the same time. So are you trying to put on size or are you trying to lose body fat? Like you'll lose body fat over time. Mid-December, that's like 2 months ago. So past few weeks have been stagnant. That's very common. Doesn't mean that it won't change or improve moving forward. If you're trying to lose more fat, you can try upping the protein and dropping the carbs. But, unless you're accurately tracking, you're not going to know exactly if you're really executing the same way that you have been. You might feel like you are, but you might not really be. Plateaus don't mean that you're not making progress. Most people are just too focused on the day-to-day and not looking at like the months or the macro. If you look at any kind of charts, like stock charts and things like that, you'll see that there are a lot of periods where it just goes sideways for a while. But if you look at the 1 year or the 5 year, it'll be like going down or going up and going down. But if you look at it within a week window, stock price might not change or Bitcoin might be going sideways for a while. It doesn't mean it's not making progress. Doesn't mean that's not, in a macro making progress, but in like a week time point. So you have to think about that in terms of investments. Are you doing like day trading, which is nonsense and silly, but are you doing stuff just to make a quick buck right now? Or are you investing in something for 20, 30 years? You're going to have a different mindset. And if you train with that long-term mindset with a low time preference, you're going to make better decisions and you will have more success because you're setting yourself up for the long term rather than trying to shortcut and get some quick changes and quick results. Let's see. Ortiz, Papa Swole, money not being an issue and lifting heavy weights. What equipment would you get for a home gym to cancel your commercial gym membership? It's too damn packed here. Money not being an issue. Well, money not being an issue. I mean, sky's the limit. So if money is not an issue, it comes down to how much space do you have? Like what space do you have available? What space do you have available? What like type of walls do you have? Do you have studs in your wall? Do you have concrete? Is it indoor, outdoor? Is it only indoors? What's the flooring like? Because if you're doing heavy weights, you need to get some kind of flooring. If you're going to be, smashing the weights, maybe you need some crash pads. If you have an apartment, if you have a wall that you can anchor, you could always get one of those folding squat racks, maximizes your space. So it really depends. But I would make sure, I would look into some sort of cage where the reason why a cage is great, it's because you can cage in a bench, you get barbells, you get plates, because you can put pulleys on the cage. You could build out your own Frankenstein rig and get all these other types of pulley contraptions. So you can do all the pulleys on a rig. You get a pull-up bar for the rig. You can get dumbbells, adjustable dumbbells, or if money's no option, you can get a dumbbell set as to your preference. So there's a lot of options. It really depends on kettlebells. I mean, I'll go through and show you guys my area. I don't have a lot of space inside. Actually, I shouldn't say I don't have a lot of space. I had some space, but I filled it up. So my inside is more storage too. So that's the only thing, is that I'm using more of the inside as storage, but I do have places to lift. I just don't have a lot of big open space. I have like a little thin, narrow space, but it's enough for a half rack. But if I ever put a barn out back or decide to I just didn't want to put a brand new like big rig outside, and unless I get like some kind of cover eventually. So I didn't get exactly what I would want ultimately if I had but I would want like a big space, but I don't have a garage, unfortunately. So I had to make some different adjustments, but money not being an issue, that's a good problem. So it just comes down to space. And really when you don't have, and some of you have seen my gym, if you don't have a lot of space, it's all about management. It's about managing the space. So it really depends on what kind of training you want to do, but you need to get wall control and make sure you have pegs and things to hang things up. If you just have stuff on the floor, then you're taking up your floor space. So you can really, and when you get a rack, if you get a rack, you can have a lot of storage on the rack as well. So if you do it properly, you can have most of your equipment off the ground and out of the way, and it'll maximize your space. That's the way to go. Home gyms for the win. Plus it's fun. Plus it's a cool, it's your life and it's your health, but a home gym is great because it's a hobby too. It's a hobby. It's like Legos. It's like expensive Legos. I guess Legos are expensive, but it's like Legos where you get a new piece of equipment and you get to move it somewhere. Oh, let me put this over here and design your gym. And just don't be bummed out if when you do, I would start training in that area, start with the basics and then upgrade, because sometimes, and I always say this, you don't realize how you're going to use the space until you start lifting in it. And then you might get a setup and then realize, oh, this bumps here. There might be a second or third order consequence that you don't realize. And then you put a rack in a certain spot because you think it'll look good, but then you don't realize that when you go to load a plate on there's another wall over here and it's too tight. It's a little bit uncomfortable. You wish you did this over here because then it'd be a little bit easier. There's a lot of things you could do. Let's see. Tyler, Papa Swole, I've been drinking black coffee every weekend after 2 hours of waking up, hydrating as much as possible and having my electrolytes. Question, can coffee cause stomach aches and diarrhea? Yeah. Yeah, they can. Every weekend? not every day, just on the weekends. Maybe that's because it's inconsistent and it's once in a while. Maybe you're drinking too much. Maybe it's the quality of your coffee. Maybe on an empty stomach isn't good for you. Like you don't feel good with it. So it definitely can. Coffee is a diuretic, like caffeine. It's a diuretic. Very common for people to drink coffee and, oop, I gotta poop. Tyler, I had eggs and fruit. Can that be it? I mean, it could be it could be a lot of different things. Like what? You just had eggs, fruit, and black coffee together or different order? Could be a lot of different things. Ortiz, going back to the home gym, money no option. Apartment for now, but going to have a house with an outdoor gym with concrete floors and wood stud beam. Okay, so what are we looking to do then? So you might want to get something if are you moving out soon? Are you for sure moving out or you want to move out? So this might be a situation where you want to just get something cheap and then flip it, get like a cheaper rack and not go all out because you're going to want to expand anyway. So you don't want to blow your load and buy all this equipment and then have to sell it. So it depends. So maybe for an apartment, you can get a squat stand. You can get squat stands. You can actually get a pulley on a squat stand. So you can get a squat stand that might not be super tall, but you can get a pull-up bar on it. You maybe want to get a Monster Light, not half rack, but was it SML2? The one I have outside, if you see my videos, you can get squatter arms on it, and you can actually get a pulley on it. You can get pulleys that have one of those trolley coasters that goes up and down the upright. So you can actually have a pulley on it, or you can hook a pulley over the pull-up bar. I'm just saying that because squat stands or a basic half rack doesn't take up a lot of space, and it's like $500-$600 maybe from Rogue. I buy my stuff from Rogue. There's a bunch of good companies like Sornex, but Rogue is top of the line. I've never had any issues, and everything's overbuilt. There's a lot of other good companies that are coming up, but sometimes you'll pay a premium for some of these smaller companies. But the cool thing is that a lot of these companies that you'll see online, squat racks are pretty standardized. So you either have 1-inch holes or 5/8 holes. 5/8 are for like the Monster Light series on Rogue and comparable. And Monster is 1 inch and they're 3x3. So some racks are 2x3, but most companies that come out and create stuff make it for 2x3 or 3x3 with 5/8 or 1-inch holes. So a lot of different things from different companies are interchangeable for the most part. You'll notice that if you look at reviews, if you're looking to buy something, or you can email the company and be like, hey, does this fit X, Y, and Z? But these companies are smart, so they make them interchangeable. So you can have a Rogue rack and then get different, a company can make something and they'll make it for that sizing. So I just bought a chest supported row pad. It's awesome, from Bells of Steel, and it replaced something else that I didn't want to set up because I bought it a while back and I'm like, I'm not really going to put this up, and it attaches right to my rack and it's awesome. Burke himself, congrats on 2,500. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Much love. 2,500 more. Just think all this time to get to episode 2,500. So in, what is this? March 2023. So in another 7 years. So in 2030, we'll be at 5,000. Jesus Christ. It's a big number, but at the same time, it's like, that's it? 2,500? That's it? If we were doing this just to get to a high number, it would seem like a long time. It seems like a long time, but at the same time, it doesn't. Midnight Rider, I've allowed the circumstances of work. If you have a question, drop in the comments below. Hashtag #AskPapaSwole. I didn't say that. I have an announcement to make in a second. I forgot to do it at the beginning. So stay with me and I'll give you an update. Issue we had yesterday. I sent out a Swole text, but it's a bummer. I've allowed the circumstances of work to take me out. I've been absent from the fam, back on it as of this week without restrictions for my neck surgery. Roast me, Papa Swole. I'm back. Let's go. Go to the fucking gym, you beesh. Stop being a beesh. Before we move forward, we'll take some more questions. Yesterday, we had an overtime segment and had an editing error. I clipped the part out and then I couldn't undo it. Anyway, lost the overtime segment. I know, it was a bummer. So if you missed overtime yesterday, you missed overtime. Like, it's gone. It's fucking gone. Like Kramer from Seinfeld, it's fucking gone. But the quote, driving while gaining, if you were there, you know what it's, quote, driving while gaining, is available in Swole TV, but the entirety of the overtime segment this past week. So it happens, fam. It won't happen. Well, I'll try not to make it happen again, or try not to have it happen again. So yesterday is not available, but we'll be back on it next week. Shouldn't have a problem. I'm going to be hyper aware next week. I was moving too quickly and got a little sloppy. First time. I swear. It's never happened before. It's the first time. It's the first time. But that's why you got to be there for the live stream. Be there for the live. Be there for live overtime. Then you didn't miss it. It was awesome, too. Pissed off that didn't. Pissed off. Rihanna, what are some outside equipment that I could use that I could bring inside for winter for working out outside of like dumbbells? I'm south of Pittsburgh, PA. What are some outside equipment? Anything. Like anything can go outside. You can spray things down with that clear like Rust-Oleum. But I mean, anything can go outside. You see all the machines I have outside. I cover them up with tarps so the sun's not just like cooking it all day. And if it rains, it's going to get into rainy season. So, but I just kind of outside equipment that I could use, I could bring inside. You could put anything. It's steel. It'll just rust. You'll get surface rust. You might like want to scuff it off, but most things aren't going to get damaged. Like damaged. You could leave them outside and just cover it with a tarp. Make sure it doesn't get like direct rain on it and have water sit on it. Let's see here. If you haven't hit that like button, we are live on all the platforms. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that good shit. Yeah, I hear you, fam. This is why I don't want to go to public gyms anymore either. Ortiz says there's too many people doing nothing, yet socializing and setting up tripods and trying to be influencers. Damn California living. This is why, look, and we talked about this the other day. I'm grateful that I had access to a small gym and they didn't mind me filming, and I was filming. I had like a little magnet on my camera, but I was also doing this. Most of the filming I was doing in the gym was in 2016, 2017, 2018. Like I was doing it before most people were like filming like crazy in gyms. Now it's just so much more common. Yeah. It's brutal when like, I feel like at this point you're better off with a gym. I don't know. I guess it would probably, I don't know if it would be a good marketing standpoint, like no cameras, you don't have to worry about people filming. At the same time, if you're filming fitness in a gym, it's also getting the word about fitness out there more. So it's like a good thing to film in a gym. But at the same time, if you're trying to train and people are getting in the way filming, or I thought this before, there should be a room but not every gym can do this because of size and money. But I think there could also be like a room where it's a side room where you have a squat rack, you have some light dumbbells, like maybe, 10s to 30s. You have a squat rack with a couple bumper plates for doing demos, like for people that want to do videos for online. But, people want to film in a gym on a certain machine. So, it's tough. But if you have your own gym, you could do whatever the fuck you want. Telling you could do whatever the fuck you want. All right. Hashtag Triple S. It's Swole Slut Saturday, but of course you're a signature series slut. So you can pick up your P3S6 over there, swolenormousx.com/signature. And it's available for today only. So I've been talking about it for a while, but swolenormousx.com/signature ends at midnight tonight. And once it's over, it's over. So if you want to go and pick it up, swolenormousx.com/signature. Let's take a call. This one's from Carson. You're on the line. Carson.
Hey, Papa Swolio. Carson here. Thank you so much for all that you do. I was curious what your thoughts were on, I've heard of some people doing 100 push-ups every day. I think that's a pretty cool goal. I mean, alongside weight training, obviously. But, my question is, as far as recovery, does your body adapt to that? Or will you end up doing some long-term damage? Or should everybody be doing 100 push-ups a day? Thanks so much. Have a great day.
You got it, Carson. Thanks for calling. Thanks for the kind words. Look, 100 push-ups a day is dog shit. It's dog shit. 100 push-ups a day is like going for a walk down the street. If 100 push-ups a day is stressful for you, you should probably be doing 100 push-ups a day. That's not a lot of push-ups. That's not a lot of push-ups. It's not. So that's like doing a couple pull-ups a day, some dead hangs. Your body will adapt to that super quick and super easily. It's not really going to be bad for you. I mean, can it lead to some compensations over time? Like, I guess, but it's not a lot of push-ups. It's not that much. Yeah, you do a set of what, 25, 4 sets of 25. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's not. So yeah, your body will adapt. Your body will adapt to any type of activity it's exposed to regularly. It'll adapt to construction. It'll adapt to it'll adapt to physical labor. It'll adapt to anything. It'll try to. It'll try to adapt or it'll break. That's why if you do too much of a stimuli and do too much overload or too much intensity or too much volume too soon, and your body doesn't have a chance to, physiologically adapt, you will, you'll get hurt. Your body will try to adapt. Eric, bridge built Phoenix squat stand collapses down, is on wheels. Check it out. Yeah, I mean, look, I thought about getting a folding rack. I didn't want to do that because it seemed like it'd be a pain in the ass. So I was going to get a folding rack, but I didn't. But Bridgebuilt also has that pulley system that goes up and down on the rack. There's a bunch of companies that have those trolley arm pulleys. I don't know, Eric, if you saw this, but there's a company doing prototypes. So the same kind of like sliding up and down trolley system that a lot of these companies have, including Bridgebuilt. They're prototyping one where you put a barbell in it. So you can have a squat, you can have a Smith machine on you. It was a sick fucking idea. Brilliant. So you put the bar through it and it clips onto two of those trolley arms and you have a Smith machine in your squat rack. I thought that was a cool idea. Let's see. Chris Papasoli, do you lift in the rain during the Florida rainy season? It depends. Sometimes I just don't want to get drenched, and like it depends. If you go out there and it's like, hey, I'll go swing a club in the rain. I'm not gonna take my wood clubs in the rain. A steel club, it's going to be hard to grip because it's going to slide out. So not the best situation to swing a club in the rain, depending on how hard the rain is. Or kettlebell, that can easily, just wet kettlebell. It's like the worst thing. But I might do some sled work or something like that. The only issue is I don't mind getting wet. It's like coming in and then getting like mud everywhere or dripping everywhere, or doing a set out there and coming in being soaking wet. So I can definitely lift in the rain. I have done it before. Like if I'm out there training, it starts to rain, I'll just keep on training. Depends on what I'm doing. But since I got the rack inside, I've noticed like I haven't really used the rack outside. I just haven't. I think it's going to be different because I want to put one of my cheaper barbells, like my cheaper, like just metal bar out there. But I want to get something like anchored to the wall so I can like anchor it under an awning. And I need to get some more metal plates I don't care about. So I just leave them outside. That way I can like throw the bar. But the thing is, if I'm going to do squats, I'm not going to set it up out there anymore. I was doing it when I first moved in and that was the only place I have it. But since I have the squat rack inside the half rack, I mean, I would just do squats inside now. So it depends on the exercise, but I do a lot of stuff outside. I mean, the Florida rainy season, which is pretty much all the time. So it's like April through fucking November. And it rains like every day for a little bit. Not necessarily where I am, but Florida, it'll rain every day somewhere. It's raining. And if it rains, just wait 20 minutes and then it stops raining. Unless there's a literal hurricane, it really doesn't rain that long. So, but yeah, it depends. It depends. Like if I'm out there and I have like some plates on there, I'm doing some rows or doing something and it starts like drizzle or rain, I'm in the middle of something, like I'll finish it for the most part. Let's see. Chris Richard, I was the manager of the Marshall University Rec, and you could actually use the 4 studios they had, and that's where we allowed people to film themselves. Campus rules applied, so no filming allowed. Gotcha. Saying, Popsolio, a few episodes ago, someone mentioned that deadlifts were overrated. I wonder why one would say such a thing. Because it's true. It's true. It's true. There's this weird cult following when it comes to deadlifts. And this is coming from someone that has done, I did deadlifts for 15, 16, 17 years. And I started fading away from deadlifts, doing other exercise. And I've seen equal, if not better benefits. And I could still do deadlifts. And there's different ways to do it, right? You can do it as a hex bar. You can do it with kettlebells, like kettlebell swings. There's a lot of exercises that will work the posterior chain just as well, if not more functionally. Like lifting something off the ground is important. But the risk reward, it's most people don't do it properly, and most people push it to the point where it's not really, it's the risk outweighs the reward. So, I mean, whether it's actually overrated or just properly rated, I mean, deadlifts are a tool. So I wouldn't say they're necessarily good or bad. It depends on the application. It depends on the application. I just think a lot of people do deadlifts most people do most exercises wrong. So a lot of people do deadlifts because they see people doing deadlifts. A lot of people do deadlifts because you can put a lot of weight on the bar, but it doesn't necessarily translate into a lot of different things. So yeah, I just don't think some people literally blow their load and all they do online is they do deadlifts and just jerk off, and they just bust nuts every time they hear the word deadlift. It's like, oh my God, deadlifts. And it's like, dude, you're skinny. I mean, everyone has different goals, but wow, you're strong, but you're skinny. Cool. Go lift some weights. Go lift some weights. Go lift some weights. Look, it's important to have strength, but I don't care if I can deadlift 700 pounds if I'm skinny. And you'd be surprised. Some people can deadlift a lot and they're just not, they don't look it. Everyone's like, oh, that's a sleeper build. A sleeper build? This isn't a Honda Civic. I don't want a sleeper build. I don't want a sleeper build. I want to be able, look, I'm fine deadlifting 300 or 400 pounds. I'm totally fine. I don't need to deadlift 5. I have done it before. I don't need to do it. I don't need to deadlift 500 pounds ever again. I'm totally fine with that. I don't need to deadlift. When I got to 5, I wasn't like, ooh, 550. I need that. I think I told the story. I hit like 515 or whatever it was, like 5 plates plus a 10 or a 5 or whatever it was. And I did like 3 or 2 or 3 or 4 reps or whatever it was. And then literally I did it. I remember my thought after the set. After the set, I remember I was like, I did it. I'm good. I remember thinking I'm good. And this was 10 years ago. I just remember in my head, I was like, all right, did it. Maybe I was just mature beyond my years. I was ahead of my time. I was just nice. So I think it's really more about, it gets to that point. So if you're doing deadlifts, 10 reps, 15 reps, and you're doing, 2, 3 plates, like I think that's fine. I think that's fantastic. When you start really trying to overload, I think there's that risk reward. All right, I don't want to talk too much more about deadlifts. But it's a tool. It's a tool. So it's not good or bad. Overrated. It's just a concept. It's a philosophy. But I think it's just a tool. It's properly rated. It has its applications for sure. And no reason to live if you can't deadlift. Yeah, could not disagree more with that quote. Let's see. Rihanna, where does anyone get their frames for their Swole cards? I have a bunch and want a frame, but I'm not finding any good size for them. Anyone that has their Swole cards framed up, I know a bunch of you do, Cerny. Some of you do. They have 3x5 things on Amazon. Just gotta look it up. I do love RDLs. Like Romanian deadlifts are fantastic. Romanian deadlifts, good mornings, those are great. Fantastic. So look, when someone says, oh, deadlifts are overrated, oh my God. I'm not saying posterior chain work is overrated. I'm not saying don't work your glutes or don't work your posterior chain. There's just more things out there. How many people deadlift all the time but can't do a fucking kettlebell swing? How many people deadlift all the time but can't do a real good morning? How many do that but can't do a Jefferson curl? How many do deadlifts but can't do a proper RDL? You see what I'm saying? I just think when you have the eccentric and the concentric, especially for an RDL, you're just getting a lot more out of it. Yeah, Popper knows about the sleeper build. I hate that stuff. Like, oh, sleeper build. It's like when someone pulls up next to you with a Honda Civic and it looks stock. Ooh, you got it up to 220 horsepower, but it looks like it's a stock car. Ooh. Ooh, got him. Got him with the Civic. Got him. Sleeper build. I don't want to be skinny and strong. Fuck that shit. Gabrielle Petit-Far. Papa Swole, what would be the best fitness advice for someone who's very skinny? Go to the fucking gym. Has a high metabolism. Has some muscle, but The person wants to be built without being bulky. What does that mean? You need to get your shit in order in your head. The person that wants to be built without being bulky. Well, that's like, I want to jump high, but not go too far off the ground. You're going to be bulky. You're going to put on size. Trust me, if you're trying to be built without being bulky, you're not going to get anywhere. You need to pack on muscle. It's not easy to put on muscle. You need to eat more food, eat more protein, train harder, be more consistent for more time. It's that simple. Yeah, lift heavy, eat big, eat more when you're full, bulk, 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 eat, and do it for years. Your metabolism doesn't stand a chance if you're disciplined enough. Okay. Saying, I love my strength lifts and I'm not skinny. Well, there you go. There's nothing wrong for training for strength. That's fantastic. I mean, deadlifts are great for grip strength and things like that. You know, grip strength is fantastic. Grip strength is like one of the most important things you need. Make sure you're focusing on grip strength. Focusing on grip strength and working your extensor. That's why club work and mace stuff is so awesome. Grip strength is fantastic. And that's going to translate into all your lifts, pull-ups, presses, even presses. Grip strength is everything. Only smells. You versus a chimp, 1v1. Who wins? A chimp would rip me to fucking shreds, and you as well. You have any idea how strong chimps are? A chimp would rip me limb from limb. Like, it would destroy me. Quick, easy work. You need to watch some more Animal Planet, son. Chimp would fuck my world up. You could take that furry little fuck easy? Yeah, okay. Okay, buddy. Stupid ass question. A bulky chimp. All right, Mateo, you're on the line. Mateo. Who could deadlift more, you or a chimp?
Gimnasio. Ve al puto gimnasio.
Oh, you got me, Mateo. I will go to the puto gimnasio. All right, let's take another call. Monica. Monica. Oh, Monica.
Hola, Papazulio.
Hola.
¿Qué ejercicios recomiendas para hacer en pareja?
All right, I had it all to the end. What'd you say? What exercise do I recommend? What was the last part? Say en pareja? Does that mean to start? All right, who speaks Spanish here? What was that last part? I didn't hear it accurately. I didn't hear that last word. Come on, translate. Pedro, you're in the chat. Where are my Spaniards at? What exercise do I recommend? What paired exercises do I recommend? Huh? Paired exercise? You mean like supersets? No, we're going to have to move on. I appreciate the call. Thank you, Monica. What exercise would I pair? Paired exercise. What is the best paired exercise to start? Oh yeah, I don't do those answers. I don't for partners. No, I don't do that. I don't answer stuff like that because it's so vague, right? What are the best? I don't like these questions, and it's nothing against Monica. But I think we've talked about this so many times, and I want to make this clear. It's not like, oh, well, I'm too good to answer it. It's too general, and giving an answer, it's just like, bleh. Give me an exercise. Okay, the best exercise for one person isn't for another. What equipment do you have access to? What's your experience? What are you trying to accomplish? That's the least interesting thing for me. I'm more concerned about your sleep, your nutrition, all your other 7 pillars rather than whether you choose a dumbbell or a barbell bench. Like that kind of shit doesn't really have much of an effect long term. For couples, again, that still doesn't make sense. Exercise for pairs, like it still doesn't make sense. Exercise for couples, yeah, this still doesn't make sense. It still doesn't make sense. What do you mean? An exercise for couples? Like sex? Little horizontal mambo? Know what I'm saying? Like what do you mean? Again, I'm just saying I don't know what really the question is, and it's so vague. I just don't like throwing out an exercise. Here's a good one. The best one. Here's a good one. Here's a good exercise. It's like I could take it out of a hat. There's so many good exercises. That's the thing when it comes to deadlifts and that conversation. You know, don't take away from this conversation that I think deadlifts suck. It's not true. Deadlifts are great for deadlifts. Squats are great for squats. Like, these are all tools depending on what you're trying to achieve. One might be better than the other, or one might not serve one person versus another. She asked, what exercise do you recommend to do in a superset? I mean, anything. Push, pull. Chest and back, pick one. Biceps, triceps, quads, glutes, or, you know, quad focused leg exercise, hamstring or posterior chain. Anything push, pull is great. Push, pull exercises are great. Any pair from that. You want to do a push up and a pull up. You want to do a dumbbell pull down and a pull up, or dumbbell pull down in a row. You want to do a chest press and anything. You could also do like chest and hamstring. You could do a chest exercise. You want to do upper, lower. You could do like peripheral training and do like an upper body and lower body. It's just too general of a question. It's just really hard. I just don't like these general. I like more specific. If you're going to call in like really specific questions, because I can give you a specific answer. I always say this: a general question is going to get a general answer. Hey, Papa Swole, how do I lose weight? Right? This could be a general answer. Hey, Papa Swole, what's the best place to start? You know, or you have a specific question, specific answer. Medicine balls throwing to each other. Oh, I hate those exercises. You throw, down, up, down. Just need some more specific, because the most important thing you can understand is there is no best exercise for anything. It depends. So the best exercise for couples, it depends. It depends. There's so many different exercises. The goal, the capacity, what you're trying to achieve, what your programming split is. And this is what most people don't, that's why most people don't get results, because they just think like, hey, what are good exercise? You're going to do them and then get results. No, you have to be singularly focused on one task and doing that over and over and over and over again for a long period of time. You can't just go and that's why a lot of people that just do group exercise or CrossFit or just random shit, they're doing random shit. They're kind of making some progress, but not really. And they're just doing vague, hard things, and they're fatigued and they're tired. They're doing movement. They're moving a lot, but it's not targeted. It's not focused. So they don't actually make tangible progress because they're not hitting the same nail on the head over and over again. And that's what you need to do to get results. All right, fam. Balls deep time. Thank you for the questions. It was very good. It was very good. Good stuff. All right. Balls deep time. Reminder before we go into, we got a couple stories and we'll take a video or two. We have the Signature Series, P3S6, available now, swolenormousx.com/signature. swolenormousx.com/signature. It's available until midnight tonight. Go and get yours right now. It's available only today, solo. And if you want to call in for the show, we have Ask Papa Swole live tomorrow. So just taking questions, askpapaswole.com. You can call in. And Monica, if you're listening to this, you can call back in and explain a little bit more. And we'll translate it. AskPapaSawyer.com. You can call in at any time. At any time. What are you doing, Tainted Man? Scratching the wall again? And how we doing over here, Church? Very nice. Aww. Let's give Church a little pet. You want to see the fan? Everyone wants to see your face because you're so cute. No? All right. She Sleepies. Hashtag SSS Signature Series Slut. Fantastic. All right. Here we go. Let's see what we got. We got a story. We're going to kick this one off. I thought this was still interesting. Some of you have people in college. Some of you are in college. I think this is ridiculous at this point. Fucking ridiculous. All right. Title of the article, Madness of Vaccine Mandates in Colleges. Ivy League universities that charge up to $75K a year, which is pretty standard, are still refusing to teach students in person who are not up to date with their COVID vaccines, with Harvard demanding up to 5. Jesus fucking Christ.
Matt Damon.
So pretty crazy that this is still going on, and it's really the most militant at these Ivy League schools. A lot of other universities are making it optional, but that's absolutely insane, especially when the research continues to mount of the vaccine side effects and mortality risk. And there's a lot of negative side effects, especially from younger people taking the vaccines and the boosters. So I didn't even know they're up to 5. That's insane. If you've had something already, stop taking this shit. Just stop taking this shit. Talk to your doctor. No, use your brain, be healthy. But if you were quote unquote forced or you were backed into a corner and you had gotten something, just stop injecting yourself with this shit. Stop doing the, subscription based vaccinations. You're just putting yourself at greater risk. I can't believe this is still going on. Yeah. Not the smartest people at these Ivy League schools, but this is what populates the mainstream media. These people graduate and go and get diversity. They get diversity degrees and then they go to Disney and CNN and these other fucking places and complain about oppression. You know what the best vaccine is? You know what the best vaccine is? Going to the fucking gym. Going to the fucking gym is the best vaccine.
Fuck yeah!
Go to the fucking gym. Take care of your health. People trash their health and then oh no, keep me from getting sick. It's not the vaccine that's going to keep you from getting sick. It's your immune system that you've been trashing for 3 decades. Yeah, pretty crazy. All right, we'll do a video and then we'll get into, we got another story that I want to cover. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Let me delete that one. We're good with that. Let's see. We'll do a raffle. Oh my God. Oh my. Geez. Let's do a video. 1, 2, or 3. Pick a number. 1, 2, or 3. What we got, fam?
What's in the box?
1, 2, or 3. Ooh, Marissa, the best vaccine is swolenormous.com. Thank you. Ortiz got the vid twice and had the sniffles, got the jab once and got fucking wrecked for days. Really? Shocker. Mama Swolio tested for it. It was the PCR bullshit test that makes everyone feel like they had it, but she lost her smell for 2 days. So she actually had a side effect from it. But, we know the PCR tests upsell the, the severity of your infection, et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, I remember I was just in the apartment. She's like, do you want me to get a hotel room? No, just come home. Because if you're in a hotel room, I'm going to be nervous for you. You're going to be isolated. I don't want you staying somewhere else. Just come back, come home. This is early on. So, yeah, I was fine. I mean, I felt kind of tired and run down. I still trained every day, but I was also staying up late and I was working my ass off because we had a lot of people joining the fam. It was gyms were locked down. There was a lot of stuff going on with the Swole fam and stuff like that at that time. So I was like, if I lose my fucking sense of smell and I can't smell or taste steak. And some people are saying oh my God, it tastes gross, right? Meat tastes gross. This tastes gross. I would eat it anyway. I would taste like garbage. I would still fucking eat it because I would know objectively this is good for me. I would plug my nose and eat steak. That's what I would do. Most people aren't me. Which is fine too. You don't have to be me. You'll never be me. You'll just be you. All right, let's see what we got here. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Chris Roberts, number 3. Christopher, numero 3. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got here. Drum roll. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
This is a response to a comment. It says, I get what you're going for, but it teaches kids it's okay to be fat. I'm not skinny, but I believe in teaching kids to be healthy. I think we would all agree. There are a lot of people out there that are fat, that are obese. Most people are. But it's the justifying that it's okay. A lot of you here are overweight or obese by your own definitions. And you don't think it's okay. You're working on improving yourself. You're not deluding yourself and trying to justify and promote to everyone else like, hey, no, it's perfect the way I am. This is excellent. You should achieve this too. And lying to yourself and to other people. There's a big difference. All right, here we go. Number 3.
Exactly.
Huh.
It is okay to be fat. That's exactly what it's saying. It's okay to be whatever size or however your body looks is okay. Yes, it's okay to be fat. Because you know what? Size is not an indicator of health. Also,
that's
being
fucking
healthy
bullshit.
Does not make you morally superior to someone who...
Forget the morals. Just ignore anything with that when they start talking about morals. That's trying to help them sleep at night.
...is not. Also, there are lots of skinny people who are unhealthy.
Okay, both can be true. You can be obese and you can be skinny and unhealthy. You could be an anorexic. You can have cancer. You can have a meth addiction. Yeah. You can have heart disease and be thinner. Yeah. Both can be true. Let's continue.
This comment is so stupid.
It's not.
Because you're just assuming that if someone has more fat on their body that they're unhealthy. There are lots of fat people who exercise regularly, who eat a balanced diet.
No. The balanced diet, there's no such thing as a balanced diet. There's no such thing. Balanced diet is everything in moderation, which means you're eating a lot of shit and exposing yourself to a lot of toxins in the environment. Everything a balanced diet means making lots of excuses and satisfying your cravings and your balanced diet just means no discipline. Balanced diet means cheat meals. Balanced diet, you know what balance means. That's the phrase in the blanket that justifies bad behavior.
Who are very healthy. But you wouldn't know that because you're assuming that if you're over a certain weight, then you're automatically unhealthy.
Absolutely. Fat cells and fat storage, has endocrine function, has endocrine activity inside the body. It's very bad for you. It's bad for you, objectively. How old do you think this person is? 20s? Like, just wait a little bit. Keep going. Keep going.
Please educate yourself because this is the most ignorant comment. And this is exactly why we need this kind of content.
We don't.
And this message.
We don't.
Because of opinions like this. Glad we cleared that up.
Having an opinion that you don't like doesn't mean that you need to counter it. It's okay for you not to like an opinion, but when the opinion is fact, your dislike of the opinion doesn't mean anything. Like, you don't have to like the situation. So the answer is for you to improve your habits. The answer is for you to do something about it. And if you took care of yourself, you wouldn't need to complain about it because it wouldn't offend you because it wouldn't be holding a mirror up to your poor habits. I like to read comments after these videos. Let's see. Michael Kano, I work in a hospital and 90% of our patients, pay attention, 90% of our patients are overweight. And I just want to tell them to just go to the fucking gym. Nice base, Michael. TCAP, I was obese. I ate like a fat piece of shit. I ate the way in alcoholic drinks. What these people think is food is drugs disguised as food. That's part of the problem. Well said. Well said. Again, you can hear it, and you have to be adept and tuned in to pick up on these small words, right? A balanced diet. That's what an alcoholic says. That's what an addict says. They use things like moderation and once in a while, but it's not once in a while, and it's not moderation. You say a balanced diet, you know what a balanced diet is? Probably eating fast food 3 to 4 times a week, having a Diet Coke once or twice a day. Like, that's a balanced diet because you ate a salad, and we know that's fucking shit too. So... there's a lot of issues there. Everyone says early mid-20s. Matt, she eats a balanced diet of Lucky Charms and soy milk. I saw this TikTok video that was showing some news outlet that was talking about all the heavy metals and plant-based proteins and stuff like that. Fact, glyphosate and atrazine and tons of heavy metals from processing. Heather, while you can be obese and healthy or skinny and unhealthy and skinny, like, here's the thing. Can you be obese? Look, just because you're skinny doesn't mean that you're healthy. But if you're obese, you're not healthy. People do, like that. That might be an unpopular opinion, but that's how I see it. Like, what's the determinant of healthy? That you don't currently have diabetes in the moment? I mean, if you're going out on a tightrope over the ocean, like, doesn't the risk increase? So if you're, I don't know, if you're walking out on a plank or a branch and it's starting to bend, it's like you're still on the branch. Okay, does that mean you're healthy just because you're on the branch? No, it's bending, it's about to break. Your risk has tremendously increased. But at the moment, you're still alive. This is like this is the analogy that I have. You're out there, the bough is breaking, the tree branch, you're still alive. You didn't fall yet. The branch hasn't broken. But hey, I'm not dead. I'm alive. It's like, yeah, but you're about to be. You're about to be unalived. That's my point. Your risk profile has increased dramatically. So you might not currently. So let's say you haven't gotten in a car accident yet. If you go out, don't do this. If you go in your car and you drive down the street, you go driving around with your eyes closed. Let's say you're really good at sensing the environment. Driving with your eyes closed. Again, don't do this. I don't think anyone's going to take this seriously. Please don't. Use your eyes. So just because and then you get home and you didn't get into an accident, you didn't kill anyone, you didn't kill yourself. Does that mean it wasn't safe? Does that mean that, no, I'm sorry. Does that mean that it was safe? Of course not. It was extremely high risk. You didn't die, so that doesn't mean by default it's safe. But your risk has increased tremendously for harming yourself and others because you're driving with your eyes closed. You do it 100 times, you increase your risk even more because there's just more chaos and more variability, and the chances are going to increase dramatically the next time you go out, you're going to get into an accident. It's already like that with your eyes open because a lot of people, it's Florida. A lot of people just drive with their fucking eyes closed anyway. So that's actually pretty accurate. YouTube is trash. That's the person's screen name. So anyone listening, that's the person's screen name. It's also true, but it's a screen name. You talk about processed food being bad. All bacon is processed from pork belly. By such logic, bacon should be avoided. I don't think you are understanding what process means. We're talking about a lot of additives, added sugar, all these other different stabilizers and preservatives. So process does not mean you're slicing it up. Like processing, I know we say, oh, we're taking it for processing, or you make a kill, or you shoot a deer, and they're going to process it or chop it up. But they're not adding nitrates and nitrites and sodium benzoate and added sugar and maple flavoring and all that stuff. So, not to mention most of those pigs are being fed corn and soy. Pigs will eat fucking anything. So a lot of those low quality bacon, they're mass produced and they're fattened up and they're fed all sorts of antibiotics and inflammatory foods and grains and things that fatten them up quickly. So that's what processing means. So salted, cured meats a lot of times are not good. Like the Butterball, all those packaged meats like Oscar Mayer and Boar's Head, a lot of these things are just low quality and highly processed. So if you have, pastured pork and you have pork belly and it's like, the pig is slaughtered and chopped up and boom, here's your sliced bacon, sugar-free. They just put salt on it or something like that, or maybe not even. That's a better choice. A lot of bacon I find has those additives. Where do you get such holy bacon? No, it's not troll. YouTube is trash is here. I love the name, by the way. Every time I say it, it makes me happy. Look up pastured pork bacon or heritage pork bacon. You can buy it online if you don't have it locally. You can find it for a bunch of stores. Tastes amazing. Amazing. Okay. Good. That's great. That's a great topic. It was a great point. Like a lot of bacon. So when you have you don't want all those additives. Okay. Where were we? Let's take another. Oh, we got another story. We'll take another video. So we did the Ivy League mandates one. I just thought that was, God, I can't believe people are still doing this. But check this out. Okay, talking about obesity. Okay, how many times do you see someone, when these fat activists that says that they can't lose weight, right? They can't lose weight. They can't change their habits. They can't change the future. They are what they are, right? They're born fat. Don't judge my lived experience. I am this way. Love me the way I am. I can't change. I'm just a big person. Okay, check this out. Quote, I wanted to live 600. What's the most that any of you weighed here? Those of you that lost a lot of weight or whatever, what's the most you ever weighed? I wanted to live 649-pound man whose doctor told him he was a, quote, ticking time bomb, sheds an incredible 365 pounds in 3 years naturally without medication or weight loss surgery. So round of applause for to come back from that. You're pretty much dead. Most people don't come back from that kind of situation. That's intense. Nicholas Kraft, 42 years old from Mississippi, weighed 649 pounds in 2019. He had body pain, shortness of breath, and couldn't fit into a regular sized vehicle. Could he even stand up? No shit. Let's see. Let's read. Look at this fucking dude. Look at that. Holy shit. So it's never too late. Is it too late sometimes? For some things, it can be too late. So that's why I don't necessarily, I kind of say it automatically because we're used to saying, oh, it's never too late. It's never too late. I think we have to start rephrasing that. When people say it's never too late, I want to stop saying that because it can be. And I do say this often, but I want to clarify. It can be too late. So we can't say when someone is letting their health go completely, well, it's never too late to start. Yeah, sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. Let's be honest. Sometimes it is. You might start, you might make a little progress, and then you fucking drop dead because of all those years of neglect. So it doesn't mean it's not possible, but that's why you should start now because it will get to the point where it's too late to start. That's a great thing. And I will come back to this. That's amazing. Congratulations to this guy, Nicholas. Saying it's never too late is an excuse to not start. Oh, it's never too late, so I'll just do it later. I'll do it next Monday. I'll do it next week. It's never too late. It's never too late to start. You need to start thinking that it is too late and it's going to be too late real soon. So start today. That's the point. That's the point. It can very rapidly become too late to start. Look at this fucking dude. Wow. His eating led him to withdraw. Kraft explained that he turned to food for comfort while battling depression, and his overeating became a vicious cycle, led him to withdraw from his family and friends, which accelerated or exacerbated his sedentary lifestyle. His weight caused him to have knee pain, body aches, shortness of breath. He couldn't even fit into a regular sized vehicle and stopped traveling. At 5'9" and 6'49". His doctor warned him that life was on the line if he didn't change his lifestyle, saying he was a ticking time bomb. There you go. High risk. Was he dead? Like, again, was this guy dead? No, he wasn't dead, but he was high risk, a ticking time bomb. And this is what goes to the previous video. It's called a ticking time bomb for a reason. So before a bomb goes off, guess what it's doing? Tick, 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 tick. So does that mean that that bomb is not risky to be around? Just because it's not exploded yet. That's what I'm talking about with the branch analogy. Just because it hasn't blown up doesn't mean it's not really dangerous. The more ticks that bomb has, it's getting closer to exploding. So just because you aren't currently dead, it's not blowing up now, the branch hasn't broken, doesn't mean that the risk isn't tremendous for that to occur. No shit. Did we cover this story? Ortiz says there was an influencer a few weeks back that posted a video talking about how body positivity brainwashed her and she regretted it, but died the next day after posting the video. Who was this? I feel like I heard this story. How sad is that? This is why I want people to wake the fuck up. It is brainwashing. It is brainwashing. And a lot of people have been brainwashed to blame everyone else but themselves because it's not a popular thing. Everyone's worried about saving themselves, their own job, and not being rude and not having confrontations. It's like, no, stop being a fat fuck and go to the gym. You might lose some friends after saying that, but it's still the facts. But you need to understand that people need to not block off and be like, well, that's a mean person. Well, just because it hurts your feelings doesn't mean it's not true. YouTube is trash. That sounds like every vegan 10 years from now. You're going to see more and more of these vegans. Here's the thing. People don't like to admit when they're wrong. So what you're probably going to hear or see from a lot of these vegans is not that they come out and be like, hey, I'm eating meat now. They'll just stop posting. and like start fading off social media, or they'll rebrand, or they'll just stop posting as much. They'll just leave that channel and start a new one, and they'll just like let it go. They'll just stop posting. It would be passive aggressively. They'll just stop posting as often or rarely. I've seen that before. I've seen channels that just kind of like stop posting. It's because they lost their identity. They built a channel around hating people that ate meat and fear mongering with it. And then when they realize, oh shit, I need to eat this for my health, I've been wrong. And then they just avoid it. Oh my goodness. Look at the cute. Hold on a second. Oh, look at the cute. Hold on. Cute timeout. Oh, look at that. Oh, how can I turn this down? How can I turn down this belly rub? Oh, look how pink it is. Look how pink and soft. It feels like suede. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, it's so cute. I got to get the belly rubs. Belly rubs. We got a split screen going. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so cute. Say hi, fam. Hi, fam. Just tucked over. So cute. Okay. Let's see. Let's do one more video. So we got here. We'll do this one. That's a silly one that we've covered a million times, and I don't want to look at that face for more than a minute and a half. That's 2 minutes long. We'll do this one. I don't want to look at. I don't want to do this one either. All right, this is a response to a post. This is a response to a post, and it says, "Didn't say it was okay to discriminate or shame for it. I was saying that there is a point which it stops affecting just them and starts affecting," and then it cuts off. So this is called Obesity versus Disability. I'm interested. I don't know what this one's. I don't know what direction this is going to go.
What's in the box?
All right, let's see this.
So you say that once someone gets to a certain weight, to the point where it starts affecting other people, then that's when it becomes a problem. So let's take this to its logical conclusion.
What?
I'm assuming what you mean by affecting someone is then having someone be a caretaker for them, right?
Yeah,
Do you think disabled people who need caretakers shouldn't exist?
Not the same thing. Not the same thing. So, oh my God, we're going to conflate something that someone did to themselves. So you ate yourself to incapacity, and you're voluntarily becoming a burden to someone by your choices. You're comparing that to someone that maybe is paraplegic because they got T-boned in an intersection for no fault of their own. That's pretty fucked up. That's a pretty sick thing to say. You're literally comparing someone who ate too many Doritos and doesn't get off their fucking ass and take care of themselves versus someone who got into like an accident. Like, is that what you're saying? I really hope that's not what you're saying.
Do you think that they are a problem that needs to be dealt with?
I do think obesity, people that are obese to the point of, yeah, they are a problem. Of course. They're a problem for themselves, and hopefully not. They're a problem for the healthcare system. They're a problem for the tax system. They're a problem for anyone. I mean, they give people jobs if they need actual assistance, but they're a problem for their family members that are burdened by their lack of initiative and discipline. I'm not saying I'm not saying disabled people shouldn't exist. Who the fuck is saying, who says that? I'm sure someone, like one person out there says that. Who says that? Come on. We're talking about we're talking about people making terrible fucking choices. It's not the same thing.
If so, that's eugenics.
Jesus
Why
Christ.
is someone needing help with something grounds that they shouldn't exist?
Hold on a second. Why is someone needing help with something grounds that they shouldn't exist? No one says that. The person in the comment didn't say that. Again, this is important because people in your circle, in your workplace, in the media, people out there in this world use these types of terms that make leaps and bounds and assumptions that no one's talking about. No one is saying that people shouldn't exist. No one's saying fat people shouldn't exist. I am not saying that. I think if people took care of themselves, there'd be a lot less fat people, a lot less unhealthy people. It's not about fat people not existing. It's about obese people that don't take care of themselves, taking more care of themselves, and then they wouldn't have those issues to begin with. Things that you have the power to change, you should be exercising that power in order to change it and not blaming everyone else for your fucking actions. That's the issue. Helping someone, why is someone needing help with something grounds that they shouldn't exist? That is not even a coherent jump from anything that was just previously being discussed. You're comparing someone that ate themselves to death or is eating themselves to death to someone who had a tragic event that they couldn't prevent. No one's saying that they shouldn't exist. It doesn't even make any sense. And you know what also doesn't make sense? Your hair, your glasses, and whatever is coming out of your nose. That septum piercing is horrendous. So probably should look in the mirror. Just be careful. It's going to be scary. It's like the Candyman. You don't have to say it. You don't have to say it 3 times. It's just like, oh, Candyman's gonna be like, fuck that shit. I'm not getting near that. So work on yourself. Again, this is just projection and not wanting to work on yourself. Why are you saying people shouldn't exist? Who's saying that? Who's saying that these disabled people shouldn't exist? Who's saying that obese people shouldn't exist? You shouldn't exist. It's not eugenics. You going to the gym and not eating cake is not eugenics. That's just you setting better habits for yourself. All right. Awesome. Excellent. Fantastic. Ortiz, I have someone in my family that did it to themselves and is able-bodied, but still claims to be disabled, so everyone kisses their ass and doesn't have to lift a finger and points blame. Let's see. Elizabeth, why do these people have money to dye their hair but not for a gym membership? Yeah, think about it. Think of how much time. Come on, ladies. How many of you have dyed your hair, whether for an event or maybe you did have colored hair? Maybe you do color your hair. You're just not an idiot. It doesn't take 5 minutes. So if you compounded all that time it takes for you to go and buy the hair dye and dye your hair regularly, you could go to the gym and prep your meals. You could do all the healthy fitness stuff, but instead you make your hair green. Gabrielle, I'll start by taking my leave. I don't know if the podcast is daily. It's right over here. Daily Swole. Daily Swole is most certainly daily. Hopefully I can things from you, Papa Swolio, and the Swole community. Stay safe and stay swole. Thank you, Gabriel. It's absolutely daily. See you tomorrow. All right. Freddie, mine was purple 1 point and my ends were green at 1 point. Those bright colors, you need to change out a good amount and the cost comes up because a lot of times you can't just jump. I'm not a hair dyeing expert. I mean, Mama Solio does that for, her clients and stuff like that, but you can't just jump from one color to another. A lot of times you have to go to different stages in order to get to a certain color. Otherwise you're going to get some weird fucking outcome. If you just try to jump from, my hair to a bright color, you have to usually do phases and different things. You might have to do a sequence of colors. It destroys your hair too. Anyway. All right. Let's see. We got a post here from Carson in the chat. There was a vegan influencer I found a few years back. Then he started eating eggs and gradually meat. His life crumbled. All of his followers unfollowed, and now his videos are really sad. Like this week, he posted that he can't get a job and his life is over, etc. Ooh. Don't ask me why I followed. It's seriously sad getting views from pity. Damn. But this is why, look, I mean, we have people that watch or listen to the show that might be vegans. I mean, if you're a vegan for your health and for whatever reason you have major allergy, I want you to navigate your optimal health. I just think it's not optimal for the epically vast majority of people. It's just when people sacrifice that. If you want to sacrifice your own health, if you want to dye your hair, if you want to have these ridiculous beliefs, if you want to be obese, then, I mean, it's your life. That's unfortunate in my opinion. But if you want to do these things, it's your life. It's when you try to project it as if it's healthy and a good option for everyone else. That's insane. That's everyone else's fault, your shortcomings, and if you're happy being obese, then you wouldn't be projecting your self-hatred onto everyone else. You wouldn't be claiming oppression if you're actually happy. If you're happy with where you are, you wouldn't be blaming everyone else for your problems. All right. Swole card fam. We got a Swole card. Signature Series Day. It's Signature Series Day. Who's a Signature Series slut? If you don't know what's going on today, well, it's the greatest day of all the days because it is P3S6 day. So today is the day for 12 more hours until midnight tonight. SwoleNormousX.com/signature. Again, SwoleNormousX.com/signature. And if you're listening to the podcast, the previous little mini audio has the link right there, but SwoleNormousX.com/signature. Not that hard to remember. If you don't know how to spell signature, Google it. And it will take you right there. 12 hours left. Exclusive release, mystery release. And Nick, as always, asked me earlier in the chat, how sexy is P3S6? And I must say, it is ridiculously sexy. It's ridiculously sexy. It is absolutely...
He's on fire!
The most sexiest of the sexiest of the sexies. It's so sexy. It's hot. And you guys are going to fucking love this one. I can't wait for you to receive it. They'll ship soon, so make sure you get your orders in, and then it'll cut off at midnight. We'll get those out, and the signature cards that go along with it to follow shortly after. So SwoleNormousX.com/signature ends tonight at midnight. And round of applause for the entire Swole fam. Because it's Signature Series Day, it also represents that today is another 100 episodes. I can't believe that we're already on P3S6. So episode 2500, and guess what? Tomorrow is episode 2500 in Schwam, and then it's 2500 and Stu, and then we just keep on trucking. We keep on trucking another and another and another episode and another episode. We just keep on getting it done. All right. Just another day, but it's awesome. It's still cool at the same time. It's still cool. It's 2,500. It looks cool. It's nice. Even number. It's got 2 zeros. Nice. But you know what's even better? And here's the thing. You know what's even better than 2,500? 2,500 in Schwam. And then 2,500 in Stu. Every day, it's another fucking brick in the wall. Here we go. Signature Series Slut. Who's that triple S? Who dat? Who dat? Who's that lady? Who's that lady? Who's that swole slut? Who's that swole slut? Who's that slutty, 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 swole slut? Loretta is the sluttiest of the sluts today. Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Congratulations, Loretta. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 2500. That'll be easy to remember. And your mailing address in the body of the email. Why do you want to be called Loretta, Stan? Because I want to have babies. You want to have babies? Where's the fetus going to gestate? You going to keep it in a box?
Are there any women here today?
Why do you want to be called Loretta, Stan? Because I want to have babies. You want to have babies? Where's the fetus going to gestate? You're going to keep it in a box. We can fight for your right to have babies. Brother, sister, sorry. What's the point? What's the point of fighting for his right to have babies if he can't have babies? It is symbolic of our fight against oppression. Symbolic of his fight against oppression. Go watch some Monty Python. Go watch Life of Brian. If you haven't seen it, how dare you? How fucking dare you? How dare you haven't seen the greatest movie in the history of movies?
Crucifixion.
Lots of soundboards.
Good. Out of the door, line on the left, 1 cross each.
Your father was a woman. The little rascal has spirit.
How shall we fuck off, oh Lord?
Dodson, we've got Dodson here. Oh, the tainty man. Oh, he's on fire, baby.
He's on fire!
Got those.
Emotional damage.
Feels good.
Come on, man.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by gold. You know the thing.
Oh, we got those moves, baby. We got those moves.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
And by the way, I sit on the stand, and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again.
No hands. No one's got those skills, baby. No one. You all just jealous. You jealous because you don't have a thick, veiny piano cock to swing around. It just happens. It's practice, really. It's genetics. It's practice. Appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you so much for everyone showing up today. I really appreciate it, right down to the buzzer. Every single one of you is beautiful and wonderful just the way you are. We'll see you tomorrow for Ask Papa Swole Live. Go to askpapasolio.com and submit your questions. SwoleNormusX.com/signature to jump on P3S6. Only available for a couple more hours. Ends at midnight tonight, so go and jump on that. We'll see you tomorrow for the Sunday Funday Q&A. Looking forward to it. Peace, McGee's, Deuce Magoose, your boy Papa Swole. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they can't left and they so mad, it's like...
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint. We go hard in the paint. What the fuck is you saying? What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah. Whoa, my shit is relevant, on topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits.